The Southern Flinders Ranges extends all the way to Spencer Gulf. So I've come up here today to Port Pirie to check out a place that I've heard has amazing seafood.
The Caputo family have really made a name for themselves up here. Purveyors of seafood for 4 generations, their shop and factory is right on a wharf in the main street of town.
My great-grandfather, SD Caputo, pretty much come over from Mulfetta and was a fisherman over there, but wanted to come over to Australia to bring his family over to Australia for a better life.
60 years later, the boats are still pulling up at the wharf to unload their daily catch. And the factory staff are flat out processing the harvest.
These are our local Spencer Gulf garfish, being caught straight out of our back door, and they'll be gone by today.
Have a look, Callum. This is our famous Western King prawn.
Wow, look at the size of that. I reckon most South Australians would have eaten a Spencer Gulf prawn before, and I love them. But what do you reckon is it makes them so good?
We find the temperature of our waters. It just brings out the flavour and the texture in the prawn. The flavour is second to none in the world, we find.
So when I'm buying prawns, what should you be looking for in a good prawn?
Generally, if you buy them uncooked and you want to cook them yourself, you don't want a darker head. Obviously, that means they're going a little bit off. So we find here they're obviously a nice clean head. If they're cooked, you want a nice, sweet aroma to them.
And it's not just fresh fish. An eye for innovation has seen the family develop some popular sideline products.
We've just recently, within the last 5 or 6 years, gone into the pickling side of the business, which includes pickled octopus, pickled scallops, pickled squid, sweet chilli prawns, sweet chilli mussels, and we marinate some smoke lines as well. And yeah, we just find that walks out the door.
I love smoked seafood, and they do plenty of that here too.
Here we go, Callum. This is what all our customers are getting into these days, a $12 seafood snack pack.
Excellent, so what have you got here?
I've chosen for you some pickled scallops, pickled octopus, and our Sicilian smoked salmon.
So let me get this straight. You're a 4th generation family of fishmongers doing Sicilian smoked salmon. Mate, I'm expecting big things. That is well worth getting off the highway for. Across Australia, these are known as sea herring, but of course in South Australia we know them as Tommy Rough. I'm going to show you how to make sure that you get nice crispy skin on not just Tommy's but any fish that you cook. So I've got a little bit of vegetable oil here. Any neutral sort of oil with a high smoking point, like a vegetable or canola or a grapeseed oil is perfect here. Not an olive oil, stay away from that. So my first tip is to make sure that you hold the fish skin down just for the first 10 seconds or so as it cooks. Because these Tommy Rough fillets are so thin, you want to cook them for sort of 90% of the time on that skin side, because the skin acts as a bit of insulation, so it actually protects the fish, stops it drying out and ensures crisp skin. My next tip is to actually add a little knob of butter and a little bit of thyme as well, a few thyme sprigs. What it's going to do, that butter's going to melt, cool down the pan a little bit and just start to brown. Grab yourself a big spoon and just spoon that melting browning butter over the fish skin. It's actually going to help it stay nice and crispy and to get you heaps and heaps of flavour. So golden brown, perfectly cooked, crisp skin. And my last tip is when you've got fish as beautiful and fresh as what I've seen here today, keep it simple.